Good evening, good morning. Hello everybody, welcome back to Dollar's Tactics. In this deep dive, we're doing another rare, and it's none other, you can kind of hear her behind me. She's probably one of the coolest looking units we have in game, and it is none other than Rosie. You already know that because you clicked on the thumbnail, right? You saw her. So in this video, we're going to be diving deep into Rosie's kit. And I'm gonna endeavor to tell you everything you're gonna need to know about Rosie, and then we're gonna show you where you're gonna use her in game, and hopefully show her off. So everyone's Rosie is different, but this one is mine. Keep in mind that mine is fairly maxed, not maxed, but fairly maxed. Keep that in mind when I'm showing you the footage of her in combat. You are gonna get much different mileage out of your Rosie when you start than I will. Okay. Let's start with the passives. So passive number 1. At the start of battle, 100% chance to gain damage. So this is one of those like equivalent scaling things. So she's going to gain attack for the amount of HP lost, right? That's going to happen, right? 100% chance to gain damage. Taken is equivalent to the drain. So she's going to gain more drain. So she's going to get more. She's going to heal more from attacks based on the amount of damage she takes. Again, so the less HP she has, the harder she's going to hit, the faster she's going to heal. 100% chance to gain drain, trigger rate increase 3. So she's actually going to life steal, right? Think of drain like life steal is what that is. She's going to get the biggest one at the start of battle, and to facilitate that life steal from the second line there. And then 100% chance to gain hit accuracy 1, but only for 2 turns. So that's kind of unfortunate, but 2 turns, right? This starts at 50% until you max this. And then P2, Hook of Death, when using skill 3, gain Bloody Frenzy. Now this is also going to be different for you if you don't have your Rosie C8. So keep in mind, my Chivalries are maxed. This is going to look a little different for you. We'll kind of discuss that when we get into the Chivalries. But for mine, when using her 3rd skill, gain Blood Frenzy for 3 turns. What's it going to mean? When attacking, you have a 100% chance to inflict bleed on a single enemy. And if the target already has bleed, increase duration of all dot effects inflicted on enemies by 1 turn. So she's going to, when using her S3, if they already have a dot or a bleed, it says bleed. They have to have a bleed. If they have a bleed, then she's going to increase the dot durations, all the dots on there, by 1, which comes in handy. So very, very straightforward passives. The rares usually have pretty straightforward passives. So let's talk about the relics quick. Rosie's going to come in Frost. Can you use Frost? Yes. Are you going to want to use Frost? No, you're going to want to use Fire. So let's just talk about the base one. Because for a lot of you, you're going to be stuck with the base relic. So her S3, which is obviously the one you want to use because her passive is facilitated off of her S3. So to use it, she's going to sacrifice some health, but remember she's going to have lifesteal. The Frost attacks all enemies, so it's an AoE. Attacks them 2 times. Mitigated by attack. That's the modifier. 40% chance for each hit to inflict bleed for 1 turn. So she can hit all enemies 2 times. So she can stack 2 bleeds on all enemies with her S3. And you see, not that big of multipliers. Bleed rate goes up, but the attack is only really going to be just over 200. Like 202% of attack goes into this big hit. Her S2 is usually the heal. HP recovery recovers 10% of missing HP, right? When affected by a buff, gain hit accuracy 2 for 2 turns. When affected by a debuff, gain effect accuracy increase for 2 turns. So, sounds cool. It's a good way for her to give herself some buffs or to give herself hit accuracy or effect accuracy, which is good. Effect accuracy is what you want on her. Hit accuracy is also good when you at later bosses, right? Because you need hit accuracy to actually land your damage hits. But if I'm being honest, we're probably never going to use her S2 across all of her relics. And then her S1 is attack 1 enemy 3 times. 30% chance for only the last hit to inflict bleed up to 2 turns, depending on how you have this thing skilled up. Her Wind Relic. looks to be, last time I looked at this, I thought her Wind Relic looked good for PvP. Let's see if I can figure out why. All right, so she's going to sacrifice HP again. Again, attacks all enemies 2 times. Now, this one has a higher multiplier, whereas the last one went up to 202% of attack. This one's going to go up, what is this, 52? 52, so a little bit more, bigger hit. It is the same AoE with 2 times. And then you get 50% chance for the last hit to inflict bleed for 2 turns. So a little bit harder of an AoE, which is nice. Her S2, again, she does not have a heal on her S2 in Wind. Attack 1 enemy 2 times, 50% chance for each hit to inflict bleed. So you're still going to want to run her S3 as much as possible. But you're going to be relying much more on a healer. Or for the fight to be very, very quick and over with if you're running her Wind Relic. Attack 1 enemy 3 times, 30% chance for the last hit to inflict bleed for 2 turns if it's skilled up. Okay, so you can see how her Wind S3 is an AoE and her Frost is an AoE. Her Frost has a heal on the S2. The Wind has another attack. And now let's talk about Fire, because Fire's the good one. Fire's the one that everyone tells you to get, and the one you want to look out for in the shard shop. So the S3 is attack 1 enemy. So first of all, you're going to sacrifice less health. I do believe the other ones were 15%. You're going to attack 1 enemy 5 times. Not all enemies 2 times. 1 enemy 5 times. But look at the multiplier on this puppy. Whereas the Frost was 202 maxed, and the Wind was like 200 and what's 202 plus 25, so 227. This puppy is 355% of your attack. This is a damage attack. 80% chance for the last 2 hits to inflict bleed for 1 turn. And then you get this 40% chance to charge her attack gauge by 100%, so she gets a free turn, and she's going to trigger Hook of Death, which is going to attack all the enemies 2 times, which the Frost and the Wind did at base. So she's going to attack 1 enemy 5 times, and then do her AoE 2 times. Total damage, a percentage of attack, 50% chance for the last hit to inflict bleed for 1 turn. So you can apply 3 bleeds with this, 2 to the primary enemy, and then you can apply actually bleeds to everybody. You have a 50% chance, so lots of bleeds, free turn, bigger single target attack. This alone, I don't have to say anything else. This is why everyone is telling you to get her Fire Relic. This one hits so hard. I do believe her S2 is a heal on the Fire Relic as well. Yes, recover 12%. Same thing. Get hit accuracy if she has a buff. Gain attack speed increase, which is different. The other one was effect accuracy. If she has a debuff, you're not going to use this. And you see, I got lucky. I got all my skill ups 6/6 in S3, and I moved the hell on. Because this is the one you're going to want, and this is the only skill that you're really worried about spamming over and over and over and over again. You're not going to run her S2. You're not going to run her S1. You're only going to do her S1 when you're out of Vigor, right? And her S1, same thing, attack 1 enemy 3 times, 40% chance to inflict bleed for up to 2 turns. So I think this is even a higher chance to inflict that bleed. Yeah, 30%. Oh, wait, but this, you can skill this up, so never mind. Can you skill this one up too? Yeah, bleed rate plus 10. So it's probably the same, 50% chance if you skill it all the way up. But I wouldn't do that because you're going to end up with all your skill ups going into this. So hopefully luck is forever in your favor and you max out her S3 as soon as possible. There's the relics. Let's talk about gear. Okay, do I still have 2 sets of gear for her? I do not. So originally what I did, and you might have to do this at the start of battle, and you can see this is bad gear. I got some bad gear on her. Why is it bad? Because it's all 4-star stuff. It's all 4-star. But I have Rosie in this gear set, and this gear set works for everything I need her to do. I don't, as of now, there is no reason for me to build her a better gear set. If she is going to be your primary damage dealer, though, yes, your gear should be of higher star quality. If you don't have Bedivere, you don't have Iwaret, if this is your damage dealer, obviously better gear. But you're going to gear her the same way. You might want to gear her 2 ways. So you see that up here, you can't see it, under my head. This is actually preset 2 for me. This is her bleed set. So this set prioritizes her landing bleeds. So there you go. You see crit rate is low, crit damage is low, and her effect accuracy is actually lower than it should be. Because she works for me, and then I kind of, as she works for me in the content I need her to do, and I kind of stopped. So I would recommend more effect accuracy. And you're going to get that with 6-star or 5-star neck and belt. So you see, I don't even have effect accuracy neck on her. I should probably look for that after. And then I got defense. You should have like crit rate on here, ideally, right? So she can crit more. This should be attack speed. I got defense. Like I said, my gear sucks on her. I'm going to tell you how to gear her. Please don't follow my gearing part, how I got mine geared. So you want effect accuracy on the neck. You want crit rate on the earrings. You want attack speed on the ring. And then you want effect accuracy, not resistance. Not resistance. I'll re-gear her afterwards, but you want effect accuracy on the belt. And then you want attack speed on the orb. And then this is like a 4-piece vigor and a 2-piece accuracy set. So when you're wanting to prioritize bleeds, you want to go for effect accuracy first. Then probably crit rate, attack speed, crit damage, attack. Something like that. Now, I had a different set built for her before. This was a damage set. So this, you want to build her kind of the same way you build like a Bedivere, right? But obviously you want more higher crit rate because she doesn't have a way to give herself crit rate in her kit. So you would want to run like an attack, neck, crit rate, earrings, attack speed, attack, or effect accuracy for a little more chance to land the bleeds. Attack speed, and then you want to gear her differently. You still want some effect accuracy to get the bleeds, but if you're building more for the damage, then you're going to prioritize like crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, attack speed, effect accuracy, something like that, right? So, pardon me. So if you're just starting out the game and you're using her and you want her to be more of that kind of damage dealer, you can build her 2 ways, but bleeds are really strong in this game, so I would probably, if I had to prioritize one over the other, I'd probably prioritize a bleed build versus a pure attack build, because the bleeds are strong. Bleeds are really, really strong in this game. Right up till endgame, all the endgame bosses. So that's the gear. Again, my gear sucks on this because I don't need her to do more for me than she is already doing. So let's talk about her chivalries. C10, baby. C10. So C1, can't see it, but this is one of her passives. So this is where the skill enhancement and additional skill effect. So this is where you got all that, those conditions, the drain trigger rate increase. It went from 2 to 3, and then you get that 100% chance to increase the drain based on how much damage you've taken. So that's all on the C1, those like conditions on her P1. Attack. And then this one, upon receiving a dot, right? Gorgos. Upon receiving a dot, grant attack speed increase 1 for 2 turns. That's nice. More speed, baby. More speed. Can't hurt, right? Game changing? No. But more speed, still nice. Effect accuracy. She's a bleed unit. She's a dot unit. She needs that effect accuracy. Attack HP. Attack. Defense HP. Okay. And then C8 is where you get that hook of death. It changes it. This is her P2. It enhances, fresh crimson blood, which was when attacking, 100% chance to inflict bleed on a single enemy for 1 turn. Changes it to, you still get that 100% chance to inflict the bleed, but then if the target had a bleed, this is where you extend or push out the duration of those dots if the enemy had a bleed. So her C8, I'd say, is the really transformational one. Do you need it? No. But it is handy to have, and you're going to get it because Rosie just, I don't know if it's the game, but the game pumps out the Rosies versus pumping Rosie. I didn't say that. Never mind. Defense and then HP. So you see that the way the stats go, they kind of have like attack and then that effect accuracy. That kind of telegraphs the fact they want you to build a bleed build. Okay, so let's since I'm ahead of time, Let's see. Do I have better gear? Do I just have some better gear right now? Let's just go look. Nope. No, I have zero accuracy or vigor earrings, or not vigor earrings, vigor necklace. Ooh, do I have a crit rate? Ooh, crit damage. No. Even attack could be better. All right. Well, crit rate's ideal. No sense putting this crit damage on. Although that's probably still better than what she had. Although I'm losing all that effect to accuracy. We'll worry about this later. And I definitely don't have any attack speed rings because none of us have attack speed rings handy. Okay. All right. We'll leave it like that for now anyway. She's still doing everything I need her to do, even in this crappy gear. But I should fix that for clan vs. clan. Okay. Let's talk about where you're going to use her. The number one place you're going to use her nonstop every single day is Gorgos, Burning Land. Now, I do have a video out there. You can use her as your damage dealer in Plane of Beasts. In fact, let's try it. Let's try it. Even though she sucks, let's try it. Let's get rid of him, and let's put in Rosie. No Bedivere. All right. One time, no whammies. Let's see how it goes. Let's make sure that her skills are actually set up. Like I said, you're going to run her S1 or S3 as the number one, and then S1 as your backup. All right, here we go. I'm pretty sure we're still going to down this because before Rosie even gets to go, this boss is going to be pretty much dead. So there she go. 2 bleeds. Tristan just killing him. Got up another shield, though. So, since she's hitting 5 times on that S3, you can take the shield down really quickly. My team is clocked, so don't judge this performance on against your performance that you're going to get. This is stage 10. Again, I have my team clocked like perfectly, so I know a lot of people like to bring in healers. You don't need a healer. Eventually, that's how your run's going to go. It's going to be very, very, very quick. Okay, so you can run her in Plane of Beasts. Gorgos. All right, you've seen this team, everybody. There's a couple different teams that you can run, especially now with Vivian out there. But this is like the easiest team, right? This is like all rares and an uncommon. And this is a dot team. So if you've seen this a million times, let's just show you for good measure. This is one place I use her every single day. Why? So now the boss has that bleed, right? And we're going to put a whole bunch of dots on him. There was the Hook of Death. That was the AoE. So now they're all going to go. Anguish is going to put more dots on there. And now that there's a bleed, you can see that these bleeds got pushed back to 2 turns. Right? That's from her C8 proccing her S3, or her S3 proccing her C8. And then you can see like this one got pushed back to 2 turns. All of the dots except for the last one for some weird reason got pushed out to 2 turns. So we're going to stack these puppies up now. She only did her S1 there. But as soon as Gorgos goes, now we've got all those bleeds and dots stacked up. He self-kills himself. Or he self-deletes. I don't know if I was supposed to say that. YouTube's not going to like me. So he's going to take one more turn, and then he's probably going to die. Yeah, oh, so close. So close to dying, but he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. And that's how this fight usually goes. Hook of Death. That's the proc. You only get that with fire. And come on, take a turn, buddy. Take a turn there, you big dumb fire ape. And you... Come on. Usually he's dead in 2 turns for me. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, we're going too fast. I know why. You know why we're going fast? I maxed out DeJarrett's passive this morning. Can we let him take a turn, please? This is getting old. This is getting real old. Look at that. I maxed out my DeJarrett and it made my run longer. Because now he's given 60% attack gauge. So there's one place you're going to use Rosie as well. Now, would I recommend bringing Rosie in Frozen Plain or Shrine of Storms? No. No. I probably wouldn't. This is going to be your primary use for her. Now, that's not to say you can't. I think I did show a video since she's fire. I have a video using her in this fight right now. This Arceus fight. Tough call. Tough call. Let's try. I don't want to do it. I think it's going to be messy, but I do have a video of her in a team comp beating Arceus. Go watch the video, or my first video guide on Arceus, and I'll show you. She's in the free-to-play team. In fact, let me look over here at the other screen. Here, I'll take you with me. I'll take you with me for the ride. So, dungeon teams. You see, there's Rosie right there in the Penvid team. There's Rosie. No Rosie. No Rosie. No Rosie. No Rosie. No Rosie. There's Rosie. So I was able to do free-to-play. This is a free-to-play team 1 through 8 with replacing Bedivere, which I had, and putting in Rosie. So you can use Rosie to beat Arceus. You can, but I couldn't get that team to beat stage 9 or 10. So you can use her there in her fire relic. Obviously, fire beats wind, right? You don't want to take her ice relic into the wind one. No. Oh, wait, no. What's strong against ice? Yeah, wind. Wind is strong against ice. So you don't want to take her ice one into there. You'll die. So you can use her in a couple places in the power-up dungeons. You can use her in one place in the equipment dungeon. Forbidden Dungeon. She has a very specific use in this dungeon. I didn't record this fight. Floor 97. This is a fight where you have to bring dot heroes in order to beat this thing. So this season, Season 3, I beat it using a Lancelot lead, Morgan, Rosie, and Jillian. More dots. Yeah, World of Warcraft days. More dots. Left side, more dots. I do believe it went. So this is one place that... this is an end game dungeon where I will still use her, and this is where I used her to win. Let's see if I can see. I thought you used to be able... Let's battle stats. There you go. There's the proof is in the pudding. You see there, she is the third most used hero in this fight. And then Lancelot's down here, right? But there you go. I didn't bring in Betty. Betty's just... you can't... His damage isn't killing anybody. I don't know why people are bringing him. But yeah, these other 4 are the ones that I recommend using for that fight. So she is used there. And if you don't have Bedivere, by all means, you're probably going to use her in your team. Again, remember, she is a really good damage dealer. And you can, like, in almost any place, go watch Loki Magic's video. He pairs Rosie up with Lancelot and can complete all of the PvE content. All of it. He can complete all of it using just Lancelot and Rosie. Really cool video. I recommend you check it out. And then favorite dungeon, you're going to be using her in here every day. Here's my team. You know, this team is basically being carried by Bedivere, right? Because, like, otherwise, Ralph? Now, you're going to see when you play through the story mode, these two are going to be paired up. I don't know why, but he will revive her in one fight in the Forbidden Dungeons. You got to kill him first. He's a taunting tank, so I have him in this fight. I don't know if he needs to be, but I have him in here. So let's just watch her fight. Let's just watch her do her thing. Let's target... Okay, that guy. Let's target him. Wow, 1 bleed, and then there's the Hook of Death, and you see she got a bleed on everybody. Everybody had a bleed. Uh-oh. I don't think I have her... Yeah, no, I just got that Frost Relic, so there we go. And then just for poops and giggles, let's do that. Let's see if he does anything. Dead, you're dead. You're going to die to bleeds. Let's just leave you alone. There you go. He died of shame. Oh, Rosie, more bleeds. Good deal. Sadly, these guys are AoE units, so they're going to hit him and kill him. This is actually my weakest rare, is what's his name? Nicholas. Alright, so this is like the Betty show, so let's just see Betty do his thing. Ooh, you used your S1. You're so scary, Rosie. Boom. What did he do? I don't know what he did. And now he's out of stealth. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, my Bedivere is just carrying this fight. And now I know why I did this. Is because he's just sucking all the vigor out of the room. It's just sucking it all out. Luckily, Jillian's a monster. Frost Jillian's a monster. There you go. That's a decent chunk of damage. It's not really. It was only 5,000. But this goes back to gear. Please build your Rosie better than me. And remember that damage number, like again, 5,000. When the dots tick, I don't think it's showing up in that number in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Let's look at the stats. So obviously Bedivere, Rosie damages, meh, but you're gonna use her here. You're gonna use her here. So build her, use her, love her, treat her nice, buy her flowers. So that's another place you're gonna use her. And then let's talk about Arena. Now, Arena. So I can easily pull Cormac out and slot Rosie in here because Rosie is a speed lead. So Lancelot's a speed lead, Anguish is a speed lead in Arena, Cormac's a speed lead, and Rosie's a speed lead. So, watch. She's not even really going to get her turn. I think I've never used an Arena before, though, so I got to set her up. Yeah. So if I set her to S3, she's not going to get her turn. Watch this. She's not even going to... Oh, Frost, Lancelot. Okay, well, that means I'm going to lose, because he just froze me. Hit him back, Rosie. Hit him back, Rosie. Oh, no, Rosie's dead. Rosie's dead. Yeah. No, that Lancelot freeze screwed me up. So let's see if we... I never even looked. I saw Lancelot there. I just assumed he was fire, and I assumed he was slow. It's crazy that he's faster than my Morgan. That was a fast one, man. Astro Phantom. Let's try Astro Phantom. So the bottom line, though, is that since she's a speed lead, you can use her here. So you see, my Morgan got out front. We did things. Oh, she's faster than my Bedivere, though. So that means, I don't know. It didn't matter. All right. Want to kill that, Rosie? No? Okay. No, you just want to hit K. So if you don't have, like, Lancelot, maybe you don't have Cormac, I would maybe consider you can use Rosie as just a lead, just the lead, so that she can do her things and, you know, get your Morgan going out front. I have seen people use Rosie lead in here. Now, that's not ideal. Cormac is probably ideal. Actually, Frost Lancelot, in my opinion, is ideal. Cormac works too. I actually kind of want her to kill Rosie. Rosie's just kind of sucking up all the oxygen in the room right now. Well, Jillian's dead. Boom. All right, Betty, put her out of her misery. No. No. No vigor. Today, Junior. There you go. Done. So you can use her as a unit in PvP. And keep that in mind when you're doing PvP. Although, for Clan v Clan, if you're running a dot team, you're probably going to you'll probably just run Lancelot lead. But all three of those have a speed lead. Oh, this guy's trying to fall in the standings. I bet you he still kills everybody. We're not going to try that. So, Arena, she is an Arena tune. Based on that, just on having that speed lead. Now, other places you can use her in-game. Obviously, story mode and adventure mode. If you have her as your primary damage dealer, and I don't know if you're really going to, because the game gives you K, right? Like, it gives you wind or storm K off the beginning, and she's more of a pure damage dealer, and then you're going to get Tristan too. Really, Rosie's, she's got good damage, but are you going to use her over someone like K? Probably not. Probably not, right? So you can, though, you can use her as a DPS spot in story. You can use her in, was it chapter, oh, I thought it was, you can use her in here, right? You can use her as your DPS against Cinnamon or Cromcrotch. I guess what I'm trying to say is she's a damage dealer. You can use her as a damage dealer in damage dealer places, doing damage dealer things. And I don't think I'm overlooking anything. Anytime that we have an event where there's going to be like a dot mechanic where you have to apply dots, you're going to use Rosie. Who do we have for dot heroes right now? Really, the main dot dealers are Anguish, Lancelot, and Rosie. And then the other person on the team would be Vivian, because she synergizes with dots, but she's more about transferring dots on the heroes. So that's against in fights where they apply dots. She's useful. So, but I think that's a decent enough recap on Rosie. We're a half an hour in. I think we're gonna end her right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions about Rosie, or if I drastically screwed something up, say so in the comments. Let me know how you feel about her. I just think she's the coolest looking unit in the game. She is one demented little princess. And that's going to be the word of the day. That's the safe word of the day. Princess. Or no, bloody princess. Yeah, bloody princess. Because she's our bloody princess. Or is that a wedding dress? I think that's just like a ball gown, though. That's not a wedding dress. So yeah, bloody princess. Put that down in the comment section below. That's the word of the day. All the links in the description are good. They will take you places, give you good things. Thank you all of you who support me in the Net Marble CC program. I'm trying to talk too fast and I'm stumbling over my words. That's another rare for you, baby. That's another deep dive in the books. Although I think everyone knows how to use Rosie. So this was just me talking. Catch you in the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers, peace. Bye-bye.